Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another episode of CSGO News. As always, time markers down below for all of you, as well as a giveaway for a gut knife field-tested autotronic worth around $110 to $120 for all of you. That will be a giveaway for one of you loyal viewers out there. Please make sure to like the video or comment down below if you guys want to win that giveaway. Now, for our first story today, I do want to talk more about Disco Doplan. A few of you guys not really fully sure that his account yesterday brought up was actually one of the Smurf accounts that was Overwatch banned back in 2014. Now, if we go back to that account on screen right now, you guys can see a video of this. His account named AASWD, whatever it may be. You actually go to the screenshots on that current account, one of those screenshots, and go to the comment section, click on the comment by one of these guys. I think it was Galgo Fish, and he is actually on the current friends list, which means both Disco Doplan and Galgo Fish are on each other's friends list. They both added each other. He is on the current friends list of the main account of Disco Doplan, which goes to further prove they were friends back in 2014. That actually was a Smurf account, which was Overwatch banned. Now, even more news, for those of you who did not know, 6 years ago, due to MW2, I believe, Disco Doplan had this account right here. It was named Disco Doplan, Dolan, whatever your nickname was, still linked back to his own account. He actually came out about this a long time ago, 6 years ago. Apparently he was using a cheat in MW2 and actually got VAC banned on this account. So multiple suspicious activity. It kind of goes to show you guys, not necessarily that Disco Doplan is still cheating today, but all these pro players have somewhat of an experience, at least if you can say any gamers out there have somewhat experience with cheating, and whether it be MW2 or CSGO or other esports games you play, all these pro players probably have some experience with cheats at some point in their lives, and Disco Doplan was one of those people. Now, moving on, I do want to talk about some laziness on Valve's part. Now, first off, we have many SK Gaming players like Taco on screen right now. We also apparently had Olaf Meister, as well as we think we had some Navi players, as well as Doja, all got the Eleague Major Championship title pin on screen right now, but apparently that has been fixed ever since. But it kind of goes to show the laziness of Valve. If you guys do not see this news, how do you possibly mess up which pro players get the championship title? There are only 5 of them, yet somehow 15 or more of them actually got this pin. Now, it has since been fixed, but we actually saw in my own actual research, we actually also found a market duplicate item. Now, that's going to be the pro foil. On screen right now is the pro foil. Apparently, some Valve dev or some Valve Steam listing agent, whoever it may be, who actually made this listing, forgot to put the space between the foil and the pro. They forgot to put that space, as you can see on screen, guys, the comparison right there, and they forgot to ever delete that listing. There is a duplicate item out there. Now, you actually cannot buy this item. It has no buy listings whatsoever, but there actually is a duplicate item out there on the Steam market as of right now, which Valve has been lazy on one part, just not to remove. So I thought I'd mention that to you guys. Again, it has no significance out there. I just heard of some marklet duplicates out there in the past, and I actually found one myself just looking at research for sticker prices. Now, bouncing off of this, I do want to talk about the Steam market as of right now. Many of you guys, ever since I made my last video about the Steam market rise, it's actually gotten even bigger ever since then. When I first reported this, the Steam market was up around 10% because of the holiday breaks. It now seems, as of right now, we're at one of our highest market highs of all time for CSGO. We have AK-47 Redline. Many of you guys know this is the substantial stable item out there for all of you guys who are investing, as well as our low tier knives on OP skins, which I compare about. The Redline as of right now has gone up from $4.50 on Steam all the way up. It actually reached a peak about $7.20. It's now right around just below $7. It has still increased over 30% in the last month and a half alone. The Steam market as of right now is so incredibly high. It's actually a good sign for CSGO. The only question is now, when will the actual CSGO market level off? So for all of you investors out there, all of you traders, do be very careful. As of right now, we're at a very, very high market price. We have our lower tier knives, which back in July, you could say 6 or 7, 8 months ago, those low tier knives were around $25 on OP skins for the cheapest knives. Now the cheapest knives on OP skins are no longer $32, $33 or $25 back in July. They are now up towards $35 and $36. So please be careful, guys. This market will level off eventually, but for all of you future investors, maybe try to invest in the summer again when we do go back down. But as of right now, the Steam market is at an all-time high, which is great to see. With gambling is still partially back, and our viewership is also up. At our last major, we broke many records on Twitch as well as TBS. So a great sign for the CSGO economy, guys. We are now back on the rise, so please be careful. And some more updates for all of you guys. As of right now, we have DevilWalk. That's a former Epsilon player as well as an Optic Gaming coach. When this story first cracked, he's actually going to be coaching for IM Katowice. He'll be coaching the Epsilon team with 2 of my favorite players. That's Drakemoon and Rez. I think Drake Drake and Rez are the future of the Swedish team out there over at Epsilon. He will actually be coaching these guys. And again, DevilWalk's a former Epsilon player himself. I even forgot, though, he used to coach for Optic Gaming back then. I think it was June through August, only a couple months over there, and he will be coaching these guys. I'm hoping, a little part of me actually is hoping he's going to scout out this talent and make sure this team does well. So good, best of luck to those teams competing in IEM Katowice coming up here very shortly, the qualifiers for that, as well as Dreamhack Las Vegas, which can be a $450,000 prize pool. Those teams going to be competing in that sometime soon. Will be on screen right now. So big tournaments coming up sometime soon. DevilWalk is back in the CSGO scene, coaching for Epsilon, only part-time. Now a big change for North American CSGO, I guess the lower tier of it. Splyce Gaming makes another change. We have Professor Chaos get picked up the other day. He was a former Splyce Gaming player, and now Splyce has lost arguably their best player, and unfortunately their best Danish player by far. That will be Acilion, who formerly played for Team X, and originally the SK Gaming roster that got taken over there, and then Team X, and he was definitely their best player. I assume their best player. Acilion actually has left the Splyce Gaming roster. Kind of a simple story here because he actually missed home, and he is now off Splyce's roster. Once again, Splyce is broken. They are just a broken roster here. So he has left. He will be searching for more roles there. And I actually want to talk about one last thing for today's episode of CSGO News. I guess two last things that are kind of personable and actually require me to talk to you guys on a little bit of a closer level. So two last stories for all of you guys today. One of them is going to be I actually secured a Dan M interview. A lot of you guys are going to complain about this. Oh my gosh, Jake, I hate Dan M. Just give me 1 second. I was finally able to secure an interview with Dan M. I've had a lot of interview hopes in the past, one with Hiko, other potential interviews out there, possibly McSkilled if he actually takes it, and a lot of interviewers never actually take the time to want to interview with you. Dan M messaged me back on Twitter. He said, for sure, I'd love to come on the show, and I'll be taking this Dan M interview very seriously. Now, a lot of you out there absolutely dislike and hate Dan M for pretty much no particular reason. A lot of you guys are going to use the reasoning, oh, Jake, he only makes those YouTube videos for the money. Let me tell you one thing right now. YouTube does not have a lot of money in it right now, especially for the views. Sponsorships the majority of money. Dan M has no current sponsorships. He has a Patreon, and I think overall he's a really good guy. I like his content. He makes good content. So if you guys want to unsubscribe to me because I'm going to have an interview with Dan M, that's on your own part. I still want to bring some of that knowledge to you guys, the community. So whatever questions you guys have for Dan M, I will be tweeting out later today or tomorrow a tweet asking you guys to reply to that tweet, questions you want me to ask Dan M. I will ask them if they're appropriate, and if you guys want to learn more about his background and my background in esports scene and what he is actually doing and how he comes about his videos, if you guys want to learn about that and the truth behind that, then feel free to leave a question down below in this video as well, or on that tweet on my Twitter down below. So it's going to be a great interview. I'm going to have a really fun time with it. I enjoy his content. He puts a lot of time into it, and I hope you guys can respect that. Now, on top of this, I have a more serious issue to talk about with all of you, and that is me going full-time on YouTube and full-time streaming sometime soon in the coming months after my semester here, my junior year in college. Now, a lot of you guys saw my tweet the other day about possibly taking on some sponsorships I might not want to, and currently I am in talks with Drakemoon or Drake Wing with a potential sponsorship. So I know I just got really quiet there. It's not something I necessarily wanted to do. I've already been in talks with this guy. You guys remember I trolled him a while ago and I asked for $10,000 for a video. He joked. He said he never replied. So I messaged him the other day and I said, is the offer still open? So we're in talks right now about potential sponsors coming soon to the channel. I will also be releasing a video to all of you. Many YouTubers such as a good guy, Bucks. I've been watching Bucks since he was a RuneScape YouTuber. He came out and said the truth behind CSGO sponsorships and gambling. I'll be releasing a video like that too soon in the future. So I want you guys all to know I have some great content coming for all of you, but unfortunately enough, I do have some sponsorships that I might be taking on if I do go full time. As always, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and thank you for sticking it out with me. I hope you guys enjoy the content so far. I know it's been kind of weird these last few days. I've been in a rush making these videos in between classes, so hopefully during the weekend sometime, I have a really good series coming out with my mom. My mom will be in a YouTube series sometime soon, so hope you guys all enjoy. As always, my name is Jake. Remember, I like you. I will see you guys all hopefully in a couple days with more CSGO news. As always, remember, I like you. I'll see you later.